Recording. All right. So the money line. We don't have it pulled up yet. Let's get on that. Let's try a different coin here. You know what? Let's not do a coin at all, because our group doesn't just do crypto. We do any technical analysis on anything. Let's pull up Apple. Oh, this is going to be good. Let's get rid of every other indicator except our MAs and our EMAs, because they're like universal. Get rid of this MACD. All right, so under indicators, under scripts, my scripts right here, I have at the moment just these two. The money line with Bollinger Bands script is in the file section of the other chat. Okay, you can go in there and download it, and you can input it. I'm going to click on it now, and it's going to pop up, and I'll show you more. All right, so I've got it up on my screen. This is the money line. It's really simple how it works, okay? I've preached on almost every video that I've done that I don't so much care about the price as I care the overall direction of what we're doing, okay? Are we in an up move? Or are we in a down move? Because I'm swear y'all, I'm not going to buy a down move. I'm just not gonna. Why would I buy something that's going to lower in price? I'm not. I'm going to buy something, it's going to be something that's going to move up. Well, that means I need to find the bottom. Well, how do I find the bottom? I use all the other technical tools that we've got at our disposal to find the bottom. And once I find the bottom, I buy it. Well, I got to find out how far it's going to go. And I'm just going to guess that this thing's going to the moon, because that's what we did for 2 years and it didn't work. All it did was cost everyone money. So now we're doing it different. We're using our tools and we're combining tools, and we've got multiple extremely smart people in a chat group throwing data out like crazy. Put it all together and we get an answer. So the money line. All right. So right here, you can click on this and you see these little brackets right here. This gives you the source code where the script goes. So it's popped up source code. Let's click on that. This is the code that has to be typed in line by line in order to get this indicator to pop up. Okay? It seems like a lot, and it kind of is, but what you can do is copy and paste it. Just so long as you copy and paste it exactly like you see it here, okay? It will work. There come some changes you should make. On the 5th line and the 6th line, inside these little parentheses right here, I think it's 10 and 8 it comes. I changed it to 16 and 0.8. You can change it to other stuff if you'd like, but it's also in the instructions on that download in the other chat box that you can change these settings, and I've already done that. So I've already got it all set up and ready to go. Once you've got this stuff entered here, okay, you click add to chart. It will pop it up here. Once you've got it added to your chart, you save it as. It'll ask you what you want to save it as. It's going to pop up right here, money line with Bollinger Bands. It's going to pop, right here, short title, money line and BB. That's what it says right there, money line and BB. It's going to pop that up for you. All you have to do is hit save, and it'll be under your indicators for you. Multiple guys have already wrote new codes with new indicators that are ready to go. All you have to do is download them and put your scripts in line by line by line. Is it tedious? Yes, it is. It's frustrating. Yes, but you can do it. If you can read a chart and you can make money, you can do it too. Let's see right here. That's some 2001 monkey breakthrough shit, right? Exactly. Money line with Bollinger Bands Pine script. Correct, Frank. There's an actual screenshot in there that tells you, it's a picture of what I just showed you. It's a full-on picture of it that I took with my phone and sent to Mullet, and Mullet added it to the PDF so that you could actually make sure you got it character by character inputted correctly. Okay, so anyway, how does the money line work? Well, the money line is really simple. It gives us the direction of the trend before we buy or before we sell. These gray lines you see in here are actually Bollinger Bands. And the money line you see is an average price in a certain formula. Doesn't really matter what that formula is. I don't really care. The point is, it shows you the trend. What we want to know is the trend. It's showing you the trend. All right, so quite simply, you see this peak right here we had on Apple, September 18th, or September 2018. Well, right here on the money line, we were riding high. We were up on top of these Bollinger Bands, which in my opinion, if you read the text, it tells you when we're up over the Bollinger Bands, that is a positive move. Okay, when we're up over the Bollinger Bands, we're in a positive move. When do we sell? When we see these things starting to turn down and break into the bands. All right, not always. Sometimes it just hangs out in the bands, right? Right here, just kind of hung out. So, what I would suggest to you, a good way to use the Bollinger Bands is to, when you see it come through the bands and go way down below, you need to be watching other indicators. I don't know, like this right here, for God's sakes. What happened right there, Acre? What in the God's name is that right there? This is an easy answer. You already knows it. I just want somebody else to answer it instead of me talking. Exactly. The 8 and the 21 broke. It didn't hold them, and it found support at magically this 200 MA that acts like a magnet. Holy shit, y'all. We hit the support line. Our money line went way down below the Bollinger Bands. Could it have continued? Yes, it could have continued, okay? But it didn't. We've already talked about the 8 and the 21 EMA being a buy line. Okay, when we're over the 8 EMA, what you see right here, we were under it right now. We're under it. Let me zoom in so you can see it better. Ah, shit, I do this all the time. There we go. What the hell, man? Damn it. Cross. We dipped under the 8 EMA right here, and we're riding the bottom. You should have sold this back here because it dipped under the 8 and under the 21 at the same time. You sell this. Coincidentally, where you would have sold was right in here on the money line, about to hit the Bollinger Bands. Not only that, after you sold, it kept going down. It broke through the moving averages. It went all the way down to the 200. It kept riding down. You see this? Now, if you're smart enough to know what we've told you about it hitting the 200, you should have been watching this. It rode down to the 200 and hit it. You should have had your eyes open and peeked up and ready to watch, because what happened? It bounced right off the 200 and gave you 1, 2, 3 weeks to buy. 3 weeks to think about it anyway. Finally, it hopped up over the 8 EMA. At the same point, let me get a vertical line here. At the same point when it broke the 8 EMA, look right here. The money line turned back up. At the same damn time, it turned back up. It broke through the Bollinger Bands. Looky there, we rode the 8. We broke through that 100 EMA, 100 moving average. We broke through the 50 moving average. All these things were so nice and flat on the weekly. My goodness, look how flat those MAs were. Beautiful. Anyway, after we hit that, we just kept riding right on up. The money line kept riding right on up until it got to here. Coincidentally, we dipped under the 8. You see that? Right here. We're under the 8 again. It's telling us to sell. We ran into the bands. Didn't go all the way to the 200 this time, did it? It stopped on its own. And another thing about this money line, it lags a little bit. And it lags a little bit on purpose. It does this to teach you to stay in or stay out and not jump too quickly, okay? You have the 8 EMA and the 21 EMA to buy. Okay? You know that's your first buy signal. Anytime it hops up over the 8, that's a buy signal. You can look at other stuff like resistance lines, moving averages, indicators, that's fine. But when the price hops over the 8, be ready, eyes open. It hopped over the 8 again right here. As soon as it did, the money line turned back up, and it rode and rode and rode right along the 8. Just the most beautiful thing you've ever seen. You probably could have put some fibs in here and been watching this. Okay, it kept going so far that the damn money line went out of the screen. Finally, it broke under right here. When it broke under, look at here. The money line heading back toward the bands. Into the bands it went. This thing was dumpy dumperson. This was the last little dump we had when the market was crashing and before the government saved it. Hit the 100 and caught support. Should have had your eyes open. It caught support at a moving average. It wasn't the 200, it was the 100. I'll give you that, so you probably stayed out. Well, look, right here. Hopped back over the 8. You should have been watching. I'd have bought right here. And look, same time the money line moved up. Broke right through the bands, and look what we're doing again. The same damn thing we done down here. We broke through the bands and moved right on up. We're riding the 8 again. It's magical, isn't it? It's the weekly chart, so it took you some time and patience to make this happen. Just curious, how many days is the money line delayed? Looks like 2 days or something. You know what? It's in that script. I'm not exactly sure. Let me see. I inputted this shit and I got to thinking about it. Oh man, I think it's the average. I think each. Oh man. Gosh, I don't want to give you the wrong answer. I'm not sure. You have to read the script. Read the directions that come along with the script, and it'll tell you. I think it tells you exactly. That'd be good information to know. But one more thing about the money line. This is not a price indicator. Okay. You shouldn't use the money line alone. What we've found is when you add the money line in with the 8 and the 21 and the moving averages here, just these 3, if you just want to use these 3, be a nice clean chart, you know, they work great. These 3 work great. You don't really need a whole bunch of other stuff, which is cool. So a small amount of tools gets you a good profitable strategy here. You just use the money line and your moving averages and exponential moving averages. And you're going to be able to find charts that are, you know, really nice looking, really clean and crisp. I mean, I love the way that these look. They look great to me. Don't worry about these numbers over here to the right. They are completely useless. All you care about is watching this line break these bands. Up or down, doesn't matter. This is the main focus. We want to see it hop up over and ride up. Sorry. Also, you're going to see every so often flat spots. Now, the flat spots don't happen that often, especially on Apple. Look at this shit. I need to go down to a daily. Let me go down to a daily. Move back over here. All this was on a weekly chart. All right, here. Give this money line a minute to pop up. Man, this thing's screaming high. Look at that. Bruh. Yeet. Look how long it's been going up. What in God's name? This is the last time it made an ugly down. Oh, look at that. 48% on Apple. God. Who bought? Who bought it? Who bought Apple stock? I didn't. Damn it. 48% since April 21st. Shut the hell up. If you had $1,000 in there, you made $500 on Apple. The number one like blue chip stock that there is. What in the hell, bro? Come on. If you just follow the AMA rule alone, that thing rode like a champ. God. So I hope you guys will understand what I'm trying to tell you is these things work. It works. You just have to follow the rules. So occasionally you're going to see these flat spots. These flat spots don't typically last very long. When you see them, watch for them. Because when they do this, there's a high probability we're going to get a movement shortly after. Every time you see a little flat spot, it's going to either bounce one way or the other. Now, you use your other indicators to find out exactly what's going on. And a lot of times when the flat spots are on top, they tend to pop up. When the flat spots are on the bottom, they tend to go down. Okay? Just the way it works. After studying the money line for a couple weeks now. I haven't been using the money line exactly yet. I've been looking at it, but not necessarily using it. I've just kind of glanced at it. I like the look of these clean charts like this, though. It's nice and crisp. Other than that, that's the money line. It's not a very complicated an indicator at all. It's quite simple and effective. Any questions on that? Silence. EJ, you ain't got no questions, bro? EJ just been silently coding. He don't want to say shit. He just codes. Jane, what you got? You got any questions? Just staring at him like a creep. Oh God, if you ought to see me at work just staring at charts and people go, "What are you doing, Keith?" I'm charting. God, put it down. I'm like, no, I'm not going to put this down. I'm busy. Oh, well, we got stuff to do. Well, go do it. If you got stuff to do, go do it. Why are you worried about me looking at charts? All right, well, if that's going to be it, this is a simple indicator. I'm going to save this video as indicators colon money line. All right, and then we'll have it in the archive. Anyone who needs it can pop in, look at the video, and see how it works. If any of you guys have people who want to learn how to do this, feel free to give them an invite on the Discord channel here. You don't have to give them the private group we're in. I don't expect anybody to do that, but give them this Discord channel and let them come on and learn a little bit. And hopefully everyone learns to make money and we all make money together. I want everybody to make money, including those who don't like me, including those who would rather not have me around. I still want those people to be successful. I'm not an asshole like I may be made out to be. I heard you address me, but I couldn't this channel. I get everybody to get their questions in real quick before I close this one out. There must be a setting or something that I have different on this recording compared to the other one that lets it record smoother. I don't know. You know what, Acre? I don't grudge, bro. It's all good. Like, I'm curious of why everybody's so mad at me, but I don't grudge. I just would like to know what I did to make everybody so mad other than try to help. Like, I don't see why, why is it so bad to give someone more swords to fight a war with? Like, why do you only have to use daggers? Well, maybe we want katanas. Maybe we want Viking swords. No, just katanas only. Like, come on, what's up with that, right? And then to take sides and make everybody pick sides. I don't want anybody to pick sides. I want everybody to do what the hell they want. Like, come on, man. It's just a free world, bro. Do what you want. We're all charting and staring at the same stuff. Why don't we share this? Why do we gotta be private and all this kind of stuff? We don't have to be. We don't have to be. Now I'm gonna share stuff with y'all privately because Clearly, there's some dedication differences. Okay, clearly there's some dedication differences. We're putting in ridiculous amounts of time into this, and a lot of people aren't. Okay, so y'all guys are putting in just as much, if not more, time than me, and that cannot be a negative thing in my opinion. It can only be positive. People are gonna watch this video one day and go, "What the fuck are they talking about?" Oh, you're very welcome. I'm glad y'all are here. And now, you know what? Maybe they will know. Maybe everyone watches these videos and says, dude, how can I get in this chat? How can I learn? I want to know even more. And if somebody does that, I'd be happy to put them in and let them, let them rock the boat a little bit. And if you want to learn, learn. Unfortunately, EJ, you're right, man. Sometimes the movie requires a little drama, right? Or else it's boring. I hate that though. I really do, man. I don't begrudge anybody. I got blocked from a lot of people, and I don't know what was up with that, but whatever. Like, look over here. I mean, you can't see my screen, but there's 30 people in this Discord that I'm friends with over here. 35, and there's 6 of you in here, and that might be 12, maybe. All right, night, Dre. Rest of y'all, I appreciate everything. Y'all keep digging, man. Y'all are going nuts on these scripts and shit, dude. I don't even know what to say. Blows my mind. Thank you. We can't do this. I can't do any of this without some help. Maybe I could, but I would really rather not. So thank everybody. I'll get this one loaded up too. We'll see y'all on the charts. And y'all be good. Peace.